Welcome to another episode of Sean Plays, which is basically a series, I guess, where I explore my vast Steam library and scour it from, well, of games that I have at some point picked up but not yet played, and there are a lot of them. And occasionally I decide that, you know what, I'm going to play some of these. I'm going to see what these are, because they're just sitting there and I have no idea what way more than half my games actually are. So, this time it is Caverns of the Snow Witch, Ian Livingstone. I'm not really sure what type of game this is. I think it's a text-based adventure game type style. But again, not entirely sure. So this might be a short, no I don't want to, but this might be a short video. I don't know how long this is going to take. Perhaps I should be asking, I don't know how long I can be bothered actually playing this. But here we are. I'm gonna give it a go. Play. Doesn't seem to be that many options. Okay, Caverns of the Snow Witch is a fighting fantasy game book, an interactive adventure in which you are the hero. You can only win through by choosing the correct path, finding equipment, avoiding traps, and surviving combat. Before embarking on your adventure, you must determine your own strengths and weaknesses with a series of dice rolls. You have in your possession a sword, some leather armor, and a backpack containing provisions. Drink for the trip. You have been preparing for your quest by training yourself in swordplay and exercising vigorously to build up your stamina. You must first choose from one of the 3 difficulty settings. This gamebook has been designed for optimum challenge on the Adventurer difficulty mode. For newcomers to fighting fantasy, we recommend Adventurer or Free Read modes. For all the readers already familiar with printed versions of this gamebook, we recommend Hardcore Hero mode. Okay, so I'm gonna be reading a lot. You get to hear my voice a lot. I'm gonna assume that's not an entirely bad thing. Retro look. Ooh. Okay. Quick dice. Don't know. Font size seems okay. Right. Oh yeah. Oh. Hitting escape apparently brings me back to the menu. Okay, so they recommend Adventurer or reread modes for all the readers. Newcomers fighting fantasy. Yeah. I guess I'll do that. Before you've chosen the adventure difficulty mode. Before continuing, you must calculate your initial stamina. Your stamina score reflects your general constitution. You will survive. Oh, your will to survive, your determination, and overall fitness. The higher your stamina score, the longer you will be able to survive. You must roll 2 dice and adding 12 to the number rolled. This is then entered in the stamina box on your adventurer sheet. Stamina will go up and down during your journey, but if your stamina falls to 0, you die, and your adventure is over. If your stamina is getting low, remember to eat some of your provisions. All your starting stamina. Next, determine your skill. 8. That's not too bad. Okay. Determine my skill. Your skill reflects your swordsmanship and general fighting experience. The higher, the better. Your starting skill is determined by rolling 1 die and adding 6 to the number. This is then entered into the skill box. Yada yada yada. 5. Pretty good. Pretty good. Luck indicates how naturally lucky a person you are. Luck and magic are facts of life in the fantasy kingdom you're about to explore. Your starting luck is determined by rolling 1 die and adding 6. Oh, well, I'm doing pretty well so far. In addition to your other starting equipment, you may take 1 bottle of a magical potion, which will aid you on your quest. You may choose to take a bottle of any of the following: a potion of skill, which restores skill points. A strength restores stamina, and fortune restores luck, and adds 1 to initial luck. This potion may be taken anytime during your adventure except when engaging in battle. Taking a measure of the potion will restore skill, stamina, or luck scores to their initial level, and the potion of fortune will add 1 point. More luck is restored. Each potion contains enough for you. Well, I suppose strength, right? I mean, yeah. I'll go with strength. And do what? God damn it. What? Oh. Once you've selected a potion, then your journey may begin. May the luck of the gods be with you on the adventurer. Winters of northern Alanzia are always cruel and bitter. The snow falls thick and the icy wind blows hard, chilling everybody to the bone. For the past few weeks, you've been hired by a merchant called Big Jim's son to protect his trading caravans as they roll their way slowly north to the frozen outposts. The horse-drawn cars are laden with cloth, utensils, weapons, salted meats, spices, and tea, which are traded for furs and ivory carvings made from mammoths' tusks. Big Jim is not usually worried about traveling north, as bandits only attack his caravans on the return journey. He is not alone in them recognizing the value of the northern goods. On this particular trip, you are walking ahead of the 6 carts across a frozen lake. In the distance, you can see the snow-capped peaks of the Icefinger Mountains jutting out of low cloud. Your destination lies at the base of the mountains where the Northmen meet to trade. Snow is falling, but not too heavily. You stop to prod the ice with your sword to make sure it can bear the weight of the carts, and suddenly, the shrill call of a hunting horn breaks the silence. You stand up and run back towards the carts to talk to Big Jim. He's sitting next to the driver of the second cart, puffing on a long briar pipe. A huge man with a great bushy beard, Big Jim is obviously a man to be reckoned with. His bright blue eyes scan the horizon, searching for signs of life. In a deep voice he says, "Sounds like you came from the outpost. Reckon you better go and investigate. Could be trouble. And get back quick." You set off straight away towards the outpost at the base of Icefinger Mountains. You arrive 2 hours later at a scene of ugly carnage. The snow is red with blood, and all the wooden huts are smashed and torn down. 6 men lie dead, their bodies slashed, their axes at the sides in the snow. Judging by the size of the footprint, the creature that attacked the outpost must have been enormous. There's nothing you can do for the unfortunate Northmen. You head back toward Big Jim's caravan to report the news. You reach them in an hour, just as the daylight is fading, and relate the terrible events that have befallen the outpost. Big Jim orders the carts to be drawn into a circle to protect his men during the night. A large fire is built into the center of the circle, and you sit down beside it to talk to Big Jim. Everybody is nervous, and a guard is posted to watch for signs of movement outside. In a low voice, Big Jim asks you if you will hunt the terrible creature, or otherwise his business will be ruined forever. You smile and reply that you will track the beast, but only for a purse of 50 gold pieces. Big Jim's jaw drops open, and it takes a great deal of persuasion before he agrees to your demand. The snow finally stops falling as you settle down for the night. Sleep is a long time coming, but your mind is active with thoughts of the impending hunt. When you wake just after dawn, the fire is reduced to dying embers. Wisps of smoke rise gently into the morning mist, and not a sound is to be heard. You walk over to where Big Jim is sleeping and tap him on the shoulder. He wakes with a start, and you tell him that you are setting off. Hope to be back later in the day. You wave to the guard as the snow starts to fall again and make your way back to the outpost. By the time you reach the outpost again, the bodies are blanketed with snow and the beast's footprints are covered over. The visibility is poor as you set off towards the mountains where you hope to find the abominable killer beast. The snow on the mountainside is soft and you sink in up to your knees as you climb slowly up. You soon find yourself at the edge of a crevice which is spanned by an ice bridge. If you wish to cross the crevice by the ice bridge, turn to 335. If you would rather walk around the crevice, turn to 310. I see. I played these books when I was a kid, actually. And I cheated. I think everybody did. But I reckon I can't cheat here, so... Do I cross the crevice, or do I walk around? Well, You know what? I'm an adventurer. Let's just cross it. The bridge is quite narrow and very slippery. Test your luck. Okay. I think I'm lucky. Oh, I was not. You needed a lot. What? I needed 11 and I rolled 9. Then how am I lucky? I don't understand. You tread carefully over the bridge, safely across the crevice. You continue your slow trek through the snow. Using your sword, you cut hand and toe holes into the side of the crevice and haul yourself up. The wind starts to howl, blowing gusts of snow into your face. You put your head down and stride into it. Above the howl of the wind, you suddenly become aware of another sound, the howling of wolves. You draw your sword while trying to peer through the snow. As if out of nowhere, 2 snow wolves appear in front of you, hunched ready to pounce. They are completely white except for their blood-red eyes. Suddenly, one leaps at you. You must fight. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm significantly stronger. Why would I test my luck? Do I need to test my luck? I don't see why. I'll just fight on. This is going excellent. Oh shit. That's not good. Miss. Ah, the dice is crooked. Oh no. Not good. Oh, I'm getting smashed. Did I test? What does it do? Why would I test my luck? That didn't seem to do more damage. That was weird. Okay, I win. You step past the still bodies of the wolves and continue your journey through the swirling snow. The climb becomes steeper and the going is slow. The snow is beginning to fall very heavily, swirling around in the strong wind. A blizzard is starting. If you wish to use your sword to dig a shelter in the snow, if you would rather press on, we press on. The temperature is well below freezing point and the howling blizzard chills you to the bone. You struggle to walk through the snowstorm, but it drains your energy. You lose 2 stamina points. The blizzard worsens. You can barely see your hand in front of your face. If you still wish to walk through the blizzard, if you would rather dig yourself a shelter, screw that. The cold is almost unbearable. Your hands and feet are numb and you wonder if you will be able to grip your sword should danger arise. By the time the blizzard finally dies down, you realize that you should have taken shelter. One of your hands has become frostbitten. You needed a luck score of 9 and you rolled a luck score of 8. This is... I don't get it. Well, okay. Fortunately, it is not your sword arm which is affected by frostbite, but nevertheless, the blizzard has taken its toll. You lose 1 skill point and 3 stamina points. Ow. You are tempted to turn around and walk back to Big Jimson's caravan, but your reputation is at stake. You have no choice but to carry on with the grim trek up the mountainside. Underneath an overhanging rock, you see a small wooden hut built against the side of the mountain. Its roof is piled high with snow and long icicles hanging down from the window ledges. You see a set of deep footprints leading from the hut up to the side of the mountain. If you wish to enter the hut, turn to 36. Now let's enter. I'm missing a hand, for Christ's sake. The front door of the hut is frozen shut, and you have to batter it with your shoulder to open it. There is only one room inside the hut containing the belongings of a fur trapper. Traps, furs, and sacks are stacked in a corner of the room. Wooden bed, a table, and a chair and some cooking utensils show signs of recent use, and the ashes in the fire are still warm. If you wish to put some logs on the fire and warm up the cold stew on the pans, turn to what if you would rather leave the hut. This is gonna go wrong, isn't it? This is gonna go terribly wrong, but let's do it. Like, I'm frostbitten, I'm missing a hand, I'm not doing well. The fire is soon roaring and crackling in the hearth. The heat of the flames radiates through your body, and you revel in the warmth. The stew is delicious, and you feel your strength returning. You gain 3 stamina points. With renewed energy, you decide to leave the hut and continue your quest. Hey, good decision. As you are about to leave the hut, you catch sight of some weapons lying under the bed. If you wish to take a couple of them with you, if you do not wish to be encumbered by the additional weight, no, let's not pick them up. Outside again in the deep snow, you set off on your trek to the mountainside, following the footprints in the snow. The high altitude and thin atmosphere make you pant for breath. As you continue your steady climb, you lose 1 stamina. Jesus Christ. Suddenly, you hear the cry of a human voice, followed by a ferocious roar. Not far ahead, you see a fur trapper fighting for his life against a gigantic bear-like beast with long white fur and sharp teeth protruding from its jaws. It is the killer beast that you have been hunting, the abominable Yeti. You watch the unfortunate trapper being gashed by the Yeti's claws and falling face down in the snow. Incensed by the vicious attack, you scream at the Yeti and run through the snow to attack it. Are you carrying a spear? No, I am not. You draw your sword and lunge at the huge white beast. You must fight. Okay. Test your luck. I'm not sure what this does, but you do more damage. Excellent. What if I'm unlucky? I want to test my luck. Why not? Good. You take more damage. What? Am I supposed to roll low? Huh. Test my luck again. What the hell? I don't. Oh my god. Okay, I think my adventure is over. I'll fight. Fight to the last. Oh, come on. I'm dead. Ouch. Ouch. If you are defeated, you are dead. You have succumbed in your quest to find the crystal caves and locate the treasure of the snow witch. The end. Alright, okay. One more go. I wonder if it's the same. I think it probably is. Oh yeah, I need to reroll my stats. 2 less than before. Oh well. Skill. Your skill reflects your swordsmanship. The higher, the better. Not very good. Luck. I still don't understand how luck works. But I'm not rolling very well this time. It's crap. Why was I not able to use a potion last time? I don't know. Yeah. Go, go. Right. So I'm not gonna read all this again. We already know the story. Do I cross the bridge? Let's just try and walk around it. As you walk along the edge of the crevice, the wind starts to howl, blowing flurries of snow into your face. Not furries, flurries. You put your head down and stride into the wind. A dark shape suddenly looms out of the curtain of snow. A huge, hairy mammoth stands before you, its long tusks curving out threateningly. Trumpeting loudly, it lumbers forward to attack. Why? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I'm getting destroyed again. Test my luck. See if I... Okay, I'm rolling really good, but then... I guess rolling low on luck. Oh, getting destroyed. Getting absolutely decimated. Oh my god. That's my luck. Unlucky. This thing is brutal. Luck is apparently... Okay, so I'm already dead. What the fuck? Let's not go around the bridge. Stamina. Good. Not, well, kind of decent-ish. Skill. High. Luck. Low. Oh. This is terrible. Yeah, I don't even know how to use the potions. On we go. This time we cross the bridge. Test our luck. You needed a luck score of 12 and rolled a luck score of 6. Therefore you succeed. Does this make sense to anyone? In. Fight the wolves. No option of running. That's my luck. I'm lucky! Yay! Yes. Okay, so luck is reverse. You need to roll low. And it is definitely a risk. My god. I'm just fucked. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I'm seeing the pattern. I'm seeing basically, if you don't roll really high stats, you can just forget it. You're not gonna go anywhere in this game. Yeah, okay. Is it possible to restart? Because, like, yeah, fuck this. Restart. Can I restart? I guess not. I mean, come on, man. Oh, wait. Rules. Your skill calculates blah, 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 blah. Your luck indicates how naturally lucky a person you are. But it doesn't say anywhere that you have to roll low. Huh. So I guess I can't. I have to just go with what I mean, this is stupid. Like, this is literally stupid. I already know, with the stats I have right now, I can already guarantee that I'm gonna die in the first fight anyway. So why not just let me restart? I mean, yeah. I won't be getting very far in this game, I can tell you that. I may as well just... I should have just... I should have fought the mammoth and just died early. Wolves, fight, go. Hooray, I did a thing. I'm lucky. Wait, that was a bit wrong. No, I have shit stats. Well, I think my skill is kind of okay. I rolled a 4. Could have been worse. Well, okay. Well, that's... Oh. Actually, yeah. Yeah, see, just... I mean, having a high skill, that is really important. Unfortunately, my stamina. Okay, first wolf down. Excellent. Oh, did I... Oh, I beat them both? Oh, nice. Okay. So, slight progress. Do I want to dig a shelter? Yes. Yeah. You hurriedly cut blocks of ice out of the mountainside and build a makeshift igloo. You crawl into it as the blizzard blows down the mountain with ferocious power. Your body heat is retained inside the igloo and you keep warm. However, you must eat 2 portions of your provisions to regain your strength after the tiring walk and the effort of building the igloo. This does not increase your stamina. An hour later, the blizzard dies down, and you crawl out of your shelter to continue your quest. Underneath an overhanging rock, you see a small wooden hut built against the side of the mountain. Its roof is piled high with snow and long icicles. Okay, I've read this. Do I wish to enter? Yes, I do. I wanna... Yes, I'll eat. And this time, I will take a couple of weapons. You take a warhammer and a spear before leaving the hut. Then we walk up to the... Oh yeah. Yes, fight. Are you carrying a spear? Yes, I am. Carefully, you heft the spear in your grasp, aiming at the Yeti. If you have frostbitten your sword arm, haha, I do not. Gripping the shaft tightly, you pull back your arm and hurl the spear at the snarling Yeti. Roll 1 die. If you roll a 1, roll a 2 or greater. I'm guessing if I roll a 1, that's a hit. If I roll higher, then I miss. The spear flies through the air and thuds into the Yeti's shaggy chest. It roars in pain, but does not fall. You quickly draw your sword to fight the enraged beast. Okay, if I had rolled a 1, I would have hit it in the eye or something. Okay. At least I have a decent skill this time. Let's try and test our luck here. Oh, not good. Ah, shit. That's a bit bad. Right on. That's bad. Just my... Yes, good. Less damage to it. That's not good. Oh, okay. We are equally matched, so I just need to roll higher. There we go. Do I want to test my luck? That's good. No, it's not. I want to kill this thing. God damn it. No, that's the same. No. That's my luck. Maybe? Good? Yeah. Oh, come on. Why is the... I'm gonna test my luck on this. See if I can do something. Yeah. Okay. I need like 1 hit. Yes. That's it. Yeah. If you win, I'm almost dead. You kneel down beside the fur trapper and turn him over slowly. His eyes are barely open and blood trickles down from the corner of his mouth. Yeti has gouged deep wounds in his chest, and you realize that there is no hope of saving him. With a great effort, he reaches up and grabs you round the neck, pulling you down so that you can hear his dying words. He thanks you for trying to save him and insists on telling you his secret. In terrible pain, he struggles to whisper his story. He tells you that he has lived in the mountains for most of his life, hunting animals and trading their furs, but for the last 5 years, he's been searching for the legendary crystal caves. These caves have been cut out of a glacier by the followers of the Snow Witch, a beautiful yet evil sorceress who's trying to use her dark powers to bring on an ice age so that she can rule supreme power over the whole world. The entrance to the crystal caves is high up on this very mountain. It is open but hidden by an illusion. The unfortunate fur trapper found it by accident only yesterday when he saw one of the Snow Witch's warriors seemingly walk straight through an ice wall and disappear. The trapper left a piece of fur hanging over the entrance so that he could find it again the next day. Sadly, the Yeti has put an end to his hopes. He asks you to enter the caves to slay the vile Snow Witch and leave her followers without their leader. There are legends about great treasures being frozen into the wall of the Snow Witch's lair, which would provide ample reward. The fur trapper suddenly grips you hard and then falls back silently into the snow. He's dead. You cover him with snow before deciding what to do. 50 gold pieces await if you return with evidence of the Yeti's death to Big Jim's son, but the thought of a quest through the crystal caves beneath Icefinger Mountains excites you. You decide to set off to find... give me a choice. I want to go back. I'm practically dead. Now that the snow has stopped falling, the sky is clear and blue. The air is cold and crisp, and the snow crunches beneath your feet. Slowly, you make your way up the mountainside looking for the cave entrance marker left by the fur trapper. Suddenly, you hear a distant rumbling from above, the terrifying sound of an avalanche. Am I lucky? Maybe? You needed to roll under. Oh well. You look up and see great cascades of snow tumbling down the mountainside. With horror, you realize that you are standing in the path of the avalanche. You look around and see an outcrop under which you could shelter. The approaching mass of snow is no more than 100 meters away, and you struggle to run for cover. Roll 2 dice if the total is the same or less than your skill. If it's greater. If it's less. You deftly passed. Excellent. You dive under the outcrop as the snow crashes down all around. Pressing yourself as close as you can against the ice-covered wall of your shelter, you wait until the avalanche has passed by. With a sigh of relief, you set off again in the search of the crystal caves. You make your way slowly up the mountain until you reach a rock face that is too steep to climb. You walk around the side until you see a massive wall of ice which completely blocks a gully between 2 peaks of the mountain. A glacier. Your heart leaps as you catch sight of a piece of fur left hanging on the wall of ice by the trapper. Although you cannot see the entrance, you walk straight ahead. You shut your eyes as you think you are about to walk into the wall of ice, but you walk straight through the illusion and find yourself inside a long tunnel carved into the ice. You walk down it and soon arrive at a T-junction. If you wish to turn left or right, let's go right. The tunnel opens out into a small cavern which is empty apart from a brass bowl resting on top of an ice plinth. The bowl contains a yellow liquid and a wooden ladle. If you wish to drink... should I risk it? I mean, she's an evil sorceress, whatever, with evil minions, but like, her minions are still, you know, human? Oh, it should be safe, maybe? Why would it? I mean, it is yellow. Yellow is sort of the the color of deceit, I think. So, well, let's try. Let's die. The liquid sends a glow through your body and you feel wonderfully warm. You have swallowed a potion made by the Snow Witch that keeps her followers from feeling the cold. You gain 3 stamina points. The potion also cures frostbite. Any skill point that you may have lost because of frostbite are now restored. With new vigor, you walk back out of the cavern. You walk past the entrance tunnel on your left and continue down in the main tunnel. The tunnel bends round to the right. As you turn the corner, you almost bump into a tall, pale-skinned humanoid coming the other way. He's wearing a white cloak with a hood pulled over his head. He is a mountain elf, one of the Snow Witch's followers. Will you walk past him, tell him you have come to join the Snow Witch's followers, or attack him with your sword? Should we try and let's say we've come to join him. The mountain elf looks at you in disbelief and says, "Nobody of good heart would wish to join the Snow Witch. I am only here because of this." Throwing back the hood, the elf reveals a metal collar around his neck which glows in the semi-dark. "Only the obedient collar makes me serve her," continues in a dour voice. If you wish to reiterate your desire to join the Snow Witch, if you would rather change your story, well, let's trust him and assume he's not lying. Why would he lie? The mountain elf looks at you and smiles. "Now you're talking," he says. "Kill her and free us. Yeah, take my cloak to disguise yourself and follow this tunnel until it branches. Take the right-hand fork. Good luck." You shake the elf's hand and run off down the tunnel. You soon arrive at the fork in the tunnel that the mountain elf mentioned and, deciding to take his advice, you enter the tunnel to your right. Further ahead, in the left-hand wall of the tunnel, you see a gap. You walk up to it and peer round to see a cave in which Neanderthal is stripping the skin of a moose, making it ready for the large simmering stew pot behind him. What the hell is that guy? He's working very slowly and is being yelled at by the gnome cook, who is wearing a white apron and waving a wooden spoon in the air. If you wish to enter the crude kitchen, if you wish to rather creep past, let's not do that. You wait until the gnome and the Neanderthal look away before running past the cave opening and on down the tunnel. In the distance, you hear chanting voices. Before the long tunnel ends at the entrance to the large cavern, kneeling down before an ice effigy in the shape of a demon, their hooded faces pressed to the ice floor in worship, are 10 of the Snow Witch's followers. There are 2 exits from the cave, one to your left and one to your right. If you are wearing a cloak, and I am, excellent. You pull down the hood of your cloak as far as possible and walk towards the tunnel exit on your right. Oh, that doesn't look good. Shit. Okay, I'm unlucky. You are almost at the entrance to the tunnel when the worshippers stop their chanting. They stand up, and one of them calls out to you, asking why you did not stop to sing the praise of the Frozen One. If you have a magic flute, you can tell them that you've been ordered to go and play it for the Snow Witch. Otherwise, you may either fight them. 10? I'm not gonna fight them, I'm gonna run. The followers are a group of goblins, orcs and Neanderthals. As you make a run for it, the 2 creatures who are nearest try to stop you. One cracks his whip, trying to wrap it around your legs, while the other aims a dart at you. Maybe that's good? Oh, Jesus Christ, you need a lot of not very much luck to get through this. Both the whip and the dart speed towards you. One of them is going to hit, but which one? The dart misses you, but the whip curls itself around your left ankle, sending you crashing to the floor. The followers pick you up and carry you over to a circle of ice, dyed blue, in which the effigy stands. Amid wails and wild shouting, they throw you into the blue circle. The effigy immediately jerks its frozen limbs into motion. You have unleashed the power of an ice demon. The ice demon unleashes a jet of freezing gas that shoots out from its nostrils. Roll 2 dice. You deftly pass. Excellent. You leap out of the way of the freezing gas and prepare yourself to attack. I'm so dead. Oh, good. I should just test my luck. Good. Oh, what? I still don't get it. I'm gonna die. Come on. Yeah, come on. More of this. Oh, I don't have any more luck. Hey, wait, how do I use my potion? I want to use my potion. God damn it. I'm dead. Yeah. Damn, I made it pretty far. I think. God damn it. Let's try again. Stamina. Roll. Not so good. Well, there's more than previously. I mean, skill seems to be the one that you really want to have roll good on. So that's bad. Ugh. Luck. Want to roll low. Oh my god, this is terrible. Yeah. I'm gonna fight the mammoth and die. I wanna die. I wanna start over. Fight. Of course I hit it. Again? No. Nope. Nope. Rolling absolutely dreadful. That's okay. I want to die. I want to start over. No, it's not even. Wow. This mammoth is a beast. I wonder what I get if I beat it, because that is one hell of a monster. That's like a fucking boss fight. That's the hardest creature I've fought so far. Even the fucking ice demon wasn't this hard. Okay. That's the skill. Come on. 6. 6! Yeah! No! Damn it. Well, 10 might be okay. We battle. Oh, luck. Okay, well, let's go with this. Let's try. Potion of skill. Restore skill points. I mean, I don't even know how to use it. Go. We cross the bridge. Roll our luck. Fall down and die. Excellent. Good. We fight the wolves. Fight on. That's good. Lost what, 2 stamina, I think? That's not too bad. Alright. I'm gonna dig a shelter. Wish to enter the hut. Yes, let's do that. Yes, I'll eat. I shall take some weapons. No, go. If I'm still alive. Yes, I'm still alive. Are you carrying a spear? Yes, I am. Let's hit it in the eye. Come on, good roll. Roll 1. Ah, damn it. Okay. Oh, that's still some extra damage. That's good. That's good. Yes, just unlocked. Good. Excellent. Oh, wow. This is going really well. Just my luck. Oh, that's good. Oh, it was good. What the hell? Yeah, the luck thing just confuses me. Okay. Yep. Test my luck. Oh yeah, because you are lucky. You look down to see cascades of snow. I avoid the thing. So, I turned right. That was actually good. That, I know there's food. Turning right, there's food. I don't know what's left. Should I go left? No, I've been lucky. I want to go this again. Want to drink some of the liquid? Yes, absolutely. And, I will tell him... I'm gonna try and walk... Should I walk past him? I feel if I walk past him, he's probably not gonna offer me his robe. I'll do the same as I did last time. I intend to slay her... Should I attack these guys? Yeah, let's go. The gnome runs up to you and shouts,
"Get out! Dinner will not be ready for another 2 hours."
Oh, that's killing my voice.
You'll hear the bell. Mind you look a little worse for wears. You can have this stale cake if you wish.
The gnome points to a piece of cake lying on the table. If you wish to take the cake and leave, if you wish to rather attack the Snow Witch's servant. Why would I not take the cake? It's cake, right? I mean, let's take the cake. Birthday cake, even if it's... Oh, I got an achievement. Even if it's not your birthday, you leave the cave and turn left, back into the tunnel, eating the cake as you go. It is stale and virtually tasteless, but gives you a little energy. You gain 1 stamina point. Excellent. Wow, good choice. I am wearing a cloak. Yes, let's try to sneak past it. Might be good. I am lucky. See, this is going really well. None of the worshippers suspect that you are an intruder, and you are able to walk through their temple without trouble into the other tunnel. The tunnel ends quite soon at a T-junction. To your left, you can hear cries for help. I'm gonna have to fight someone, aren't I? Let's go. Look. The tunnel ends at the edge of a pit, out of which a dwarf is trying to climb, but he keeps on slipping back. The floor of the pit is covered with the large ice boulders, which have crashed down from a shaft above the pit. One lands on the dwarf's shoulders, and you hear wild cheers from the top of the shaft as he tumbles to the floor. The dwarf sees you and shouts,
"Curse you, stranger! If you did not aid me, I see that ye are not wearing a collar."
If you wish to help the dwarf out of the pit, you would rather ignore his pleas. I see that you are not wearing a collar. Curse you, stranger, if you do not aid me. So if I aid him, I will be revealing myself. Sure, let's help him. You lie down and lean over the edge of the pit and tell the dwarf to grab your arm. Much to the annoyance of the spectators above, the dwarf escapes from the pit. You run together back to the junction where the dwarf turns right. You tell the dwarf that you intend to carry straight on to find the Snow Witch, as turning right will lead you back to the Hall of Worship. The dwarf tells you that he must escape quickly and return to his village now that he's free. He thanks you for helping him and he hands you a leather bag, then runs off. But before he disappears, he turns and shouts,
"Beware the white rats!"
You open the leather bag and find a sling and 3 iron balls. You pack them away and set off along the tunnel. The tunnel through the glaciers soon leads into the mountainside itself, and the walls change from ice to bare rock. You enter a large cavern which has 3 other exits leading from it, one to your left, one to your right, the main one carved as a giant skull lying directly opposite. As you enter, an ugly robed man steps out of the mouth of the skull, holding a glass prism in his outstretched hands. He commands you to turn back as only the Snow Witch's personal servants are allowed inside the mountain. If you have a magic flute, where the hell do I get that? You may wish to, so I don't have him. Or I may attack him. Well, okay. The ugly man sneers as you draw your sword. He rubs the prism. And suddenly, 3 identical images of himself appear. Oh my god, mirror image. They walk towards you. Each one has a dagger raised in his right hand. 2 of the images must be illusions, but which will you strike with your sword? Okay, can I go back? Fuck, I can't. Oh. Hey. I figured something out. think this is where I can use it. Okay, I see. Bookmarks. What? What does that mean? Oh shit! I can. Oh. God damn it. I wanted to go back to read which hand he was using the prism in, because he might be left-handed. The ugly man sneers. They walk towards you. Each draws your sword. He rubs the prism and suddenly 3 identical images of himself appears. They walk towards you. Each one has a dagger raised in his right hand. 2 of the images must be illusions, but which one will you strike with your sword? Strike the man to your right. Strike the man in the middle. It doesn't say who's where. I'll just hit the middle one. The illusionist laughs out loud. Your sword merely cuts through one of his images, and his dagger plunges into your shoulder. God damn it. We draw this dagger and 3 images prepare to strike you again. You decide to swap your blade across all of the images in an attempt to strike the real illusion. Why didn't I do this to begin with? God damn it. Test your luck. I'm unlucky. Once again, your sword fails to find its mark, and the dagger cuts into your sword arm. You lose 2 stamina points and 1 skill point. Fuck. In desperation, you hack frantically at the 3 images that lunge at you with daggers drawn. You are still alive. Test your luck. Not good. I'm just gonna die. You swing your daggers. What? I don't have daggers. I have a sword. You feel a glimmer of hope as a dagger appears to connect. Your smile quickly fades away as the dagger passes straight through. If you are still alive, let's use this. It replenishes all of it. Okay. You needed to roll under your luck score of 1. What? That's not even possible. I mean... Oh, I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to understand how luck works. But yeah, okay, so I can't do anything here. You swing your daggers at the one of the illusions. Having attacked him twice, you now know which is the real illusionist and not just a false image. The illusionist screams in pain as your sword cuts into his side. He drops to the floor as his other 2 images fade away. As you step over him, he starts to laugh and stands up, his wound completely healed. I'll try and smash his prism. You pretend to give up the fight and then suddenly leap at the illusionist, catching him momentarily off guard. You manage to snatch the prism out of his hand and throw it onto the floor. It shatters into tiny pieces, and the illusionist turns and flees into the skull mouth, screaming at the top of his voice. Smoke rises from the shattered fragment of the prism and forms itself into a shape of a bald, fat man, a genie. Hovering in mid-air, he bows and thanks you for releasing him. He tells you that if you call on him, he will make you invisible just once as a token of his gratitude. Without saying another word, the image shimmers and disappears. You now have to decide which way to head. Enter the tunnel to the left, skull mouth, or tunnel to your right. Derp. Let's go in here. I got an achievement. Frost, ice, snow. The tunnel soon leads into another cavern where you see a huge white-bearded man wearing white furs, lifting a wooden chest onto a high shelf. He's a frost giant. There's only one other exit out of his lair, via a tunnel in the opposite wall. If you wish to run through his lair into the tunnel opposite, if you wish to attack him... What? Fine, I'll attack him. The frost giant has not yet noticed you. His face is creased and he concentrates on his task, oblivious to anything around him. If you have a sling, I do. You place an iron ball in a sling and twirl it round your head before releasing it at the frost giant. Roll 2 dice. Is the same or less? It's very much less. The iron ball flies through the air and hits the frost giant on the temple. His huge frame crumples to the floor like a house of cards. The wooden chest he was lifting breaks open, spilling its contents. You find 3 ornate rings and a cracked bottle, which emits a sweet-scented odor. He just died from that? What the hell? If you wish to try on any of the rings, turn to 65. If you would rather... yeah, sure. Having rubbed the bottle and sniffed... you... what? Having rubbed the bottle and sniffed your fingers, you decide that it is only perfume inside. Thank the stars. Is it brown perfume? Okay, that's enough. You examine the 3 rings and decide which one to put on your finger. Gold ring, silver, you know what, I'll do the copper. You are now wearing a magic ring which has the power to summon a warrior to your aid only once. You gain 1 luck point. If you are not already done so, you may either put on the gold ring or put on the silver ring. I'll put on the silver ring. You are now wearing a ring which triggers your life force. Oh my god. Ow. You pull the cursed ring off your finger and crush it. I crush a ring under my Jesus, what the hell? Unfortunately, not before you lose 1 skill point. Oh, lose skill point. Oh my god. What the hell? Okay, let's just put on the gold ring. Try all 3 rings. That gave me an achievement. You are now wearing a magic ring which will enable the wearer to resist the effects of freezing cold. You gain 1 luck point. If you've not already done so, I have done so. Okay. You soon arrive at a crossroads in the tunnel. However, you have no time to examine the left and right branches as a strange humanoid is advancing towards you from a straight ahead. Before you stands a crystal warrior, one of the Snow Witch's personal guardians who has been sent to deal with you. He's made of quartz, which has been animated by the Snow Witch's sorcery. Edged weapons will not harm the Crystal Warrior. Your sword is useless. You possess a warhammer. You may succeed in smashing the Crystal Warrior to pieces. Do you possess a warhammer? For some reason I do. I guess from the hut? I don't even remember. The Crystal Warrior bears down upon you with surprising speed. You have no choice but to protect yourself. This does not look good. Oh my god! He's got +10. I'm bone. Oh my god. Even if I roll max, can I use an item? Yes, alright, I'm dead. Oh, can I load? I guess. Yeah. Oh, did that remove my bookmark? Oh, okay. No, it didn't. Strike the man in the middle. No, I'm back to fighting the illusionists. Okay. I am lucky. Good. You wish to thrust your sword at him again if you wish to try to smash his prism, yes. Okay. So I could go down the tunnel. I actually quite... well... yeah. Try this again. I'm gonna attack him and I'm with my sling. Did I... oh, that doesn't look good. Oh! Okay, whatever. Try on the magical rings. I do. I'll put on the gold ring. And... copper ring. And now I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna put on that shitty silver ring. And I have to fight this guy again. Can I use my... can I not use my thing? Narration's Potion of Strength. No, I guess I can only use it if it comes up. I'm gonna get destroyed. Oh, I hit it. That might be a hit. Nope. Just barely. That's not good. No. God. Yeah, that might. Well, it's still good. No. I definitely need to roll a lot higher. Well, not a lot higher, just a little bit higher. Can I use my potion? Yes. Need some luck now. Just your luck. No. That's it, I'm dead. I'm defeated. I mean, I could just save Scum, can't I? Yeah. Like the man to your right. I mean, it doesn't matter. Oh, hey, I hit him the first try. Okay. Let's try this again. Wish to attack him? Yes. Have a sling? Yes. 2 dice. Pass the skill check. Okay. Try on the rings. Put on the gold ring, put on the copper ring, and walk down the tunnel. So I'm gonna just fucking bookmark this. Okay. Go. Fight. Kick his ass. Oh, shit. Are you kidding me? Getting decimated. This guy's a beast. Go to page 59. Yes. It's I don't know. It's kind of a lame way to play the game, but at the same time, it's not that exciting, is it? Plus, this is actually killing my voice. Okay, good. One more. Come on, one more. No. Oh, come on. Give me a break. Do it. Yes. Excellent. Hammer time. Let me just use this. Thank you. You step over the pieces of the broken quartz that were once the Crystal Warrior and carry on along the tunnel until it ends at a T-junction. Go left. Let's go left. The tunnel ends at a wooden door, which opens when you turn the handle. You walk into the massive high-ceilinged chamber, which ends in a wall of ice. In the center of the chamber is an open marble sarcophagus with its lid propped up against its side. A white rat suddenly jumps out of the sarcophagus and runs towards you. It stops in front of you and starts to grow and change shape. Ooh, it's a ratkin. If you possess any ground minotaur horns, which I don't. Oh, are you kidding me? The creature soon towers above you and develops a rough white reptilian skin. Its neck extends to support a giant head with smoking nostrils, and wings protrude from its back. Before you stands an ancient white dragon. From its gaping maw issues a stream of freezing cold breath aimed straight at you. You brace yourself for the chilling blast. Now, do I not? I think I have the ring that... Yeah. In leaping out of the way of the icy breath, you discover the gold ring protects you from this attack and weakens the dragon by removing 2 skill. Holy shit, nice. Let's bookmark again. Cheat. Save scum. No, that's not so. Well, it would have had in the time. Good. Not so good. Triumphant. Intrigued by the open sarcophagus, you decide to... No mention that I just killed the fucking white dragon? Okay. Oh my god, a vampire? As you approach the sarcophagus, a woman's eerie laughter echoes around the chamber. A beautiful woman wearing white fur slowly rises out of the sarcophagus, and when she smiles, you see the telltale fangs and realize with horror that the Snow Witch is a vampire. I don't have garlic, fuck's sakes. The Snow Witch climbs out of the sarcophagus and walks towards you with her mouth wide open. How very trope. Her gaze is powerful and you hear a voice in your mind telling you to drop your sword and loosen your collar. You pass, excellent. You quickly gather your thoughts and remember that a vampire can only be killed by driving a stake through its heart. A carved rune stick, what the hell? You panic as you realize that you are not carrying the weapons needed to slay a vampire. The Snow Witch gradually gains control of your mind and forces you to bare your neck in readiness for her to drink your blood. Okay, so I'm fucked. That's it. I can't even go back. Well, okay. I think I'm done. I don't know. I kind of wanna go again, but at the same time, I'm like, I could like save scum. I could do a really dirty save scum. Just, save scum and load every time fuck it, I'll try it. I will restart the book and I will see if I can get some really good stats. That's not that good. I'm more interested in getting a good skill. If I can get a 6, okay, that's definitely not okay. Okay, wait. Can I... No, instead of going through this every single time, I'm wondering if I can do a clever thing. Oh, I don't... no, okay, I can't. Okay, I'll fight the mammoth and die. Because there's no beating this thing. But there's just no chance. I could get skill, you know, maximum skill, maybe. But no matter what I roll, it just okay. That one actually. Dead. Ouch. Indeed. Redo. Roll. Good. Roll good. That's good. 22. Now give me a 6 on the skill. If I can get a 6 or even a 5. Go. No. Oh, fuck off. Fuck right off. Whatever. Yeah, okay. Go. Go die. Go fight the world boss and die. Skill 7 versus 2. Man, I had a good stamina. What's up with these rolls? Gods. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Die faster. I haven't hit it once every time. What the hell? That was almost really good. I mean, 20 is okay. It really depends on the skill, I feel. I really want a 6. I really want to roll a 6 on the skill. Ooh. This might be pretty good, I think. I don't know. Can I be arsed doing this? It's gonna take for fucking ever. Do you even want to watch this? Like, fuck. Having serious doubts whether I'm just wasting. I mean, you're probably not even watching this video anymore at this point, are you? Are you? No? I tell you what, if I beat the mammoth, then I'll roll with it. So far, I'm beating it. I'm fucking destroying this thing. High skill is so important. Okay. Well. Okay. It takes take half an hour. No, that was just rolling dice to actually get some decent rolls. That took half an hour. Of hard walking to reach the end of the crevice, you are now able to climb further up the mountain. A steep climb and the swirling snow combine to make the going slow. Snow is beginning to fall very heavily, swirling around you in the strong wind. A blizzard is starting. Okay, so... Okay. It's exactly the same. Lame. I wish to enter the hut, and I will eat the thing and do the stuff. And I will take a couple of the weapons, yes. Warhammer, that's where I got the Warhammer, yeah. If you are still alive, continue. Let's bookmark. I will fight. Roll 1 die. That's good, I think. Gripping the shaft tightly, you pull back and snarling Yeti. Oh, the shaft is icy and... Oh, fuck. I thought that would be super good. It's super bad. Okay. Skill 11. Fucking hell. Good. Well, no. Oh, come on. Quick load. Where's my quick load? God damn it. You are triumphant. Excellent. I don't know. You know what? Yeah, I need maximum skill. I really do. What? I cannot just restart? Why can I not restart? I guess I have to die to actually restart. Turn left. Okay, let's turn left. Tunnel bends round to the right. As you turn the corner, you almost... What? What the hell? Let's attack him. Let's try and kill him. As you draw your sword, the mountain elf lets out a shrill battle cry, pulls back his cloak, and grips his sword. You must fight. If the moon elf's stamina falls to 2. Oh, he's easy. The combat has lasted long enough. Okay. Wounded moon elf calls out for mercy. If you wish to spare his life, if you wish to slay him, I'm going to slay him. Fuck him. You must fight. Dead. Do I get anything? Strange metal color which glows with the semi-darkness of the tunnel suddenly stops glowing and turns black. You wonder what is happening and decide to hurry down the tunnel. The tunnel fogs and you must decide quickly which way to go. You can hear the sound of running feet coming down the branch to your right. If you wish to run down to the left branch, turn. If you would rather head down the right branch to face whoever is coming towards you, yes. You draw your sword, head down the tunnel. 2 goblins with ugly faces run into your view. Both wearing glowing metal colors around their necks. They see you and advance, snarling with daggers drawn. Fight them. Really? Oh, wow. I almost can't lose this. I don't think I can. This is easy. Excellent. You search through the clothing of the goblins and find some provisions, a candle and 2 gold pieces which you decide to take, along with their daggers. The metal colors around their necks have stopped glowing, but you cannot remove them. After putting the goblin's possessions into your pack, you set off further down the tunnel. Further ahead, so that's... yeah, we're back at the kitchen. I'm gonna go into the kitchen, and I take the cake. Now I get to fight if you are not wearing a cloak. Okay, I'm not wearing a cloak. You breathe in deeply and walk casually through the cavern towards the tunnel to your right. You are almost at the entrance of the tunnel when the worshippers stop their chanting. Yada yada yada. Let's fight them. Let's fight 10 guys. The followers are a group of goblins, orcs and Neanderthals. The ice demon. What? There are too many of them. Well, yeah, duh. So I get to fight the ice demon again. Definitely passed the skill check. Still have to fight. Fight. No, that's not good. Oh, well, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Man, just, I mean, every point of skill you have, it really makes a big difference. That's why I want to have maximum skill. See how easy this is? Oh, damn. The ice demon crashes to the floor in a pile of broken ice. The Snow Witch's followers fall back in terror, afraid that you might now possess the demon's powers. You gain 1 luck. Unchallenged, you are able to leave the cave. The tunnel ends quite soon at a T-junction. To your left you can hear cries for help if you wish to turn left. Yeah, let's go help him. If you wish to help the dwarf, yes. Because he gives me shit. If you have a magic flute, I still don't have that. Strike the man to your right. That was the right one, wasn't it? I think it was, yes. And I'm gonna smash the prism. Into the tunnel with well, see, the thing is, I don't have the stake, so I'll go right. As soon as you step into the tunnel, an iron grill drops down behind you, barring your retreat. It is impossible to lift, and there is nothing you can do but find out what lies at the end of the tunnel. You soon arrive at another iron grill, which blocks your way forward. Beyond the grill is the grill. That's a lot of grill. Beyond the grill, the tunnel turns left. On the wall opposite, you see a knob, which you realize must be pressed to lift the iron grill. Oh my god. Unfortunately, it is beyond your reach, even if you stretch out with your sword. If you have one or more daggers... Dagger. Turn 2, I do. You aim carefully, test your luck. You are lucky. The daggers hit the knob and the iron grill slowly starts to rise. You gain 1 lock point. You waste no time. You run under the grill, turn left, and keep going until you arrive at a crossroads. There are no signs of life, either from straight ahead or from the branch to your left, but advancing towards you along the right-hand tunnel is a strange humanoid. Oh, this guy again. Fuck's sakes. Let's bookmark it. See if we can beat him. We are equal in skill. Go to page 59. Right, go. Well, this is not going well. I could still win. It's not impossible. Improbable, but not impossible. Ouch. Yes, use it. Go. Go. I could restart, but I'm getting to the point where I'm not sure I can be arsed. You are defeated. The end. Good. I'm gonna try again. Restart the book. Ugh. Yeah, that's sort of okay. Oh, it's so close. Damn it. Just whatever. God damn it. Come on. Now turn over. If you would rather walk the blah blah blah. Haha. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's just not worth going unless you want to die. I think it's OP enough. You are defeated. You are very dead. I mean, all these times I've re-rolled, I've never rolled a 6 on my skill. Oh, that's really fucking good. Come on, man, give me a 6. Give me a 6. That's fuck. What about the luck? I don't know. Might be okay. I feel like I can't be. I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting really tired of this. I mean, I could just cut the video here and edit it. And just re-roll until I get some really good stats. I'm too lazy. You have defeated the first wolf. Right on. Oh, that's actually good. Damn it. Oh, it's the same. You are triumphant. Excellent. Biggest shelter? Yes. Into the hut. Eat the food. Take the weapons. If you are still alive, of course I'm still alive. I hit it with the spear. I go punch it in the face. Right on. Excelente. Right, the dude dies. Just your luck. I'm lucky. I'm very rarely not lucky until I actually run out of luck. So I feel like it doesn't matter which way I choose. It's just I'm gonna meet the mountain elf no matter what. What happens if I walk past him? You nod your head at him and walk by nonchalantly. So, does not suspect you, and you are able to walk casually by. I didn't want that. I actually wanna... I think... Wait. Is it this one? Yeah. What if I reiterate my desire to join the Snow Witch? The mountain elf shrugs his shoulders and says, well, I didn't say I didn't want you, blah blah blah. Lame. I've come to join you in your cause. Bloody elf. Give me your wizard hat. I could, like, I don't know, I could attack them. No witch's servants. Would you rather attack them? Yeah, let's attack them. The gnome yells an order to the Dulbrid Neanderthal, telling him to kill you. The Neanderthal grunts and stands up, pushing the table away from him. He picks up a carving knife and a stool as a shield. Hey, he's improvising. Easy fight. Actually hitting me. As you draw your yeah, okay. The gnome does not want to end up like the Neanderthal and runs out of the cave shouting for help. If you wish to search through the cupboards and risk a gnome returning with reinforcements, if you would rather leave the cave immediately, no, let's look. The cupboards are full of pots, pans, bowls, and spoons. One cupboard is locked, and you have to prise it open with your sword. It contains a gnome's personal possessions, a silver flute, rune-carved wooden stick painted with blue and yellow hoops, an old withered rose, and an old Jesus Christ, old leather-bound book entitled The Secrets of Toads. Will you blow the flute? Read the runes on the stick? Leave the possessions? No. I want to grab all of it. Oh, let's bookmark it. Blow the flute, yes. You blow into the flute and a jolly tune comes from it without your having to play a note. You decide to put the magic flute in your backpack. Read the runes on the stick. Your knowledge of runes is limited and you put the stick in your backpack hoping to decipher it later. Smell the rose. Despite being withered, the rose smells fresh and fragrant. As you inhale, you feel as though you are breathing new life into your lungs. You gain 3 stamina points. Ah, this is good. Read the book. Flicking up the clasp, which keeps the book shut, a tiny hidden needle grazes your finger. There's poison. Oh my god. Screw that. Blow the flute, yes. Smell the rose. Read the runes. And that's it. Let's not open the book. If you are wearing a cloak, yes, test your luck. You are lucky. None of the worshippers suspected you are an intruder, and you are able to walk through the temple without trouble into the other tunnel. You can hear cries for help. Let's add a bookmark. What did I get from the dwarf? Yeah, I got the sling, which was good. Your left. Okay, let's go left. Help the dwarf. Give me the thing. And now I need to fight this guy? Attack him with your sword. Oh, wait. Ah, shit. I can use the flute. Come and play for the Snow Witch. Actually, you know what? The man nods his head and tells you to follow him. He walks towards the left-hand exit and points down the tunnel, telling you that the Snow Witch's chamber is at the end. If you would rather... can I kill him? I mean, I can. I can easily kill him. Right, and that's it. He's dead. And I get the genie. I guess I could enter the skull thing. Add a bookmark. I wish to attack him using my sling. Roll 2 dice. Not sure if that's good. Definitely pass. So he's dead. Yes, try on any of the rings. The gold ring and the copper ring. Now we leave the other one. Okay, this is going well. Oh shit, not this guy. My Pisses of Warham. Yes, add a bookmark. Fight. Go. I think we might be doing this. I think we can do this. I have everything to kill the snow witch. Come on. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I want to use my potion. There we go. Good. Add a bookmark. Yes, turn. I don't remember what I did last time. I think I turned left, right? The tunnel ends a wooden door which opens when you turn the handle. You walk into a massive... Yes, I've been in here. Oh yeah, the dragon. Which was easy. Not when it rolls like that. If you do not have... Oh yeah, I'm missing garlic. So I can't weaken her, I guess. Pass the skill check. Now I get to... I do possess the carved rune stick. Taking the stick from your backpack, you thrust it at the heart of the snow witch. If your skill is higher than 10... I think it is? Yeah, I have 11. Ding dong, the snow witch is dead. Did I just win the game? The stake pierces the snow witch's heart, and her death wail makes you shudder. She starts to decompose, and soon all that is left is a pile of dust on the floor. You see a vague shape in the wall of ice at the end of the chamber and decide to investigate. What the fuck? You see frozen into the ice wall, an ornate trunk, open and filled with gold and jewels. You hack away at the ice until you reach the trunk. The gold idol is the first thing you pick up, but suddenly it bursts out of your hands and changes into a golden warrior, a sentinel, left to guard the treasure. You must fight. Okay. Half health. What I save? The guardian of the Snow Witch's treasure is dead, and you are free to help yourself to her riches. Although there's a limit to how much you can carry. You may fill your backpack with gold pieces, and you count 600 in all. However, for each 150 you take, you will have to remove one item from your backpack and find. Shit. That's a lot of stuff I need to throw. Let's take all 600. Gimme. That's another achievement. Which items will you drop? Okay, so I'll drop them in one. And... What difference does it make to drop a thing? And another object? Sling? I think I've used it. I don't need it. Sure. Just as you finish filling your backpack, you hear a sound of running feet coming down the tunnel towards this chamber. You stand up and draw your sword, wondering if you can survive much more hard combat. Weird pronunciation. Two men suddenly appear at the door, a dwarf and an elf, but they do not look as though they are about to attack you. They are smiling broadly, and they Both try to speak at once, the elf finally taking command.
You have killed her. You're free. You'll soon be able to.
That's not how it works.
You'll soon be able to take on our obedience colors. Now we wish to repay you, friend, by helping you escape. You cannot leave the caverns by the way you came, because the snow witches follow us are waiting for you, and the tunnels are alive with goblins. Our fellow elves and dwarves are battling against them now. To give you time to flee, we must waste no more time.
I don't know why I went into that voice. I don't know. To your surprise, the elf walks straight towards the cavern wall opposite the door and appears to pass right through it. Another of the Snow Witch's illusions comments to an escape route she never got the chance to use. Trouble is, we've never used it either. The dwarf laughs to himself and walks towards the wall, you following behind. They're gonna backstab me, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Walking through the illusion, you find yourself in a narrow, torch-lit tunnel which you walk down in single file. It soon ends at a junction, and you discuss which way to turn. I'm gonna get backstabbed. Let's go right. As you walk along, the elf introduces himself.
My name is Red Swift, and he is known as Stubborn,
He says, pointing at the smiling dwarf.
Met here as slaves in the service of the vile Snow Witch. We both now hope to return to our villages. I live in the Moonstone Hills, and Stub comes from Stonebridge. If we manage to escape from these cabins, you are more than welcome to come and stay with us. Stonebridge is on the way to my village in the hills. It's also a long way off.
Just as Red Swift is about to continue, you notice something strange about the floor and tell them to look down. There are two pairs of parallel footsteps running down the tunnel for approximately 20 meters. One pair is painted white and the other is painted black. You wonder why they are there, but cannot come up with an answer. Will you save the game? Yeah. Walk on the white footprints, walk on the black, walk between them. Stepping carefully between the footprints, you expect something sinister to happen at any moment. However, nothing happens until Stub sneezes loudly and startles you. Are you serious? You stumble, but manage to avoid treading on either the white or the black footprints. Regaining your balance, you walk between the footprints. The tunnel soon turns sharply left. You turn the corner, you see something on the floor, sparkling in the dim light. You bend down and pick up a circular metal disc, hoping that it might be useful. Put it in your pocket. Really? I thought I couldn't carry it anymore. It's not long before the tunnel turns sharply left again, and you soon arrive at a junction. After some discussion, you decide to turn right rather than continue straight. Placed against the left-hand wall of the tunnel, you see a large iron casket with a brass handle in the shape of a serpent. No one volunteers to open the casket, and you decide to draw lots. Red Swift draws the short straw and reaches for the handle. Just as he is about to touch it, he draws his hand away, his elfin intuition telling him that there is a trap. He inspects the casket more closely and finds a hidden catch underneath the handle. He presses it with his finger, and the lid clicks open. Inside the casket is a pair of grey-skin boots.
Boots of the elves,
He says with glee.
What treasure! Nobody knows how to make these. No matter what surface you are walking on, no one will hear you if you are wearing these boots. Let us draw lots again to decide who shall wear them.
Fuck you, they're mine. You little awful bitch. Yeah, see, these are mine. Stub draws a short straw and chuckles with pleasure. He kicks off his old boots and eagerly puts on the magical elfin boots. To test them out, he jumps up and down on the stone floor and makes no noise when he lands. Impatient to walk in his new boots, he heads off along the tunnel with you and Red Swift following. I thought, damn, how long is this game? The tunnel soon ends in a T-junction. Stepping into the cross passage, you almost bump into a primitive-looking man wearing furs and carrying a large stone club. He's a caveman. You draw your sword and tell Red Swift and Stub to head quickly down to the right-hand tunnel while you deal with the caveman. You must fight. You may escape after 2 attack rounds. I can do this. Got these skills. These. Oh. A pouch on the caveman's belt contains a star-shaped metal disc which you decide to put in your backpack. Not wishing to meet any more cavemen, you run along the tunnel to catch up with Red Swift and Stub. Oh my god, it's an illithid! Fucking mind flayer. Jesus. This is more this is getting exciting now. What the fuck? The tunnel ends at a door which swings open before you even touch it. You look into a cavern and are surprised to see Red Swift and Stub kneeling in submission to a horrible, robed creature with an octopus-like head. Two of its tentacles are wrapped around your friend's head. They are trapped by the hypnotic powers of the Brain Slayer. That is so obviously an illithid. If you are wearing an amulet of courage, which I'm not, the Brain Slayer's disgusting tentacles flail frantically as it concentrates its mental power in an effort to draw you towards it. Unable to resist, you walk in a trance towards the hideous creature. You can only watch helplessly as it wraps one of its tentacles around your head. You feel weak, soon black out as the Brain Slayer begins to feed on your brain power. You lose 2 skill points and 6. Oh, Jesus Christ. You wake to find Red Swift and Stub lying unconscious on the floor. There is no sign of the Brain Slayer. You groan as you try to sit up. Pain in your head is almost unbearable. Your 2 companions eventually come round. They're obviously suffering too. They explain that the Brain Slayer drew them into the cavern and they were powerless to resist. You examine the chamber and see another door opposite in the far wall. There are also 2 clay pots, pieces in the wall, one red and one grey. My voice is not good. I don't want to continue. Look inside the red pot. Now let's do the grey pot. Lying at the bottom of the grey pot is an old parchment scroll with an unbroken wax seal. If you wish to break the seal, read the scroll. Sure. As soon as you begin reading the scroll, the writing starts to fade. Sorry, you failed. The writing fades away before you have time to read it. You lose your luck. Look in the red pot. Discus, find all 3 metal shapes. Lying at the bottom of the red pot is a square metal disc which you decide to put in your backpack. You may leave the cavern. Door opens into yet another tunnel, and you begin to wonder whether you will ever find your way out of the caverns of the Snow Witch. You look at Red Swift and Stub, but they do not appear to be very concerned. The tunnel soon ends at another door. You notice a dagger sticking out of its oak paneling. You wish to pull the dagger out of the door. When you pull the dagger from the door, it suddenly takes on a will of its own. Involuntarily, you start to stab at your own leg with the... Jesus Christ! Let's not do that. No, I don't know. What? I'm just gonna open it. Door opens into another tunnel, which leads off into the distance. Stub begins to complain about being tired and hungry, so you decide to sit down and rest. As you still have provisions, you eat one yourself and give one each to Red Swift and Stub. After resting for half an hour, you set off again, and eventually the tunnel ends at a T-junction. The tunnel ends at another door, and old piece of An old piece of parchment is pinned on it. There is faded writing on the parchment, but you do not understand the language. Knowing what elves speak many languages, you ask Red Swift to try and read it. As he reads, his eyes widen with terror. You ask him what's wrong, but he refuses to reply. He rips the parchment off the door and tears it into tiny pieces. He turns the door handle and says,
"Let's get going. There's no time to lose."
You and Stub look at each other and shrug your shoulders, deciding simply to obey the troubled Red Swift. The door opens into another tunnel. After walking down it for a few meters, you come to a place where water is dripping down continuously. from stalactites overhead. If you have a shield, something to get hit with. The water looks harmless enough, but you do not relish the thought of being wet as well as cold. But you have no choice. You must walk under the gentle waterfall. As you do so, you suddenly notice your clothes are beginning to smolder. Oh shit, it's acid. You start to run as you realize that it is not water dripping, but deadly acid. A trap is no doubt devised by the evil Snow Witch to deter runaway servants or slaves. You cry out in pain as the acid burns into your skin. You lose 4 stamina. By the time all 3 of you have run through the acid shower, you are very demoralized. You lose 1 luck. The tunnel runs straight on until it opens out into a cavern. The walls are covered with ice and a large glass globe stands on an ice plinth in the center. Suddenly, an orc runs into the cavern from the tunnel opposite. The globe immediately starts to radiate light. The outline of a face takes its shape in the globe, one which you recognize. Snow Witch. Her encased head starts to laugh. You hear her speak. Chilling voice, he says, "Although you killed me, you have not defeated. My spirit can still defeat you. Watch carefully." The orc, who is standing by the globe, grips the metal collar around his neck and cries out, grasping for breath. His green face bulges and he desperately tries to stop the collar tightening. His efforts are futile. He soon falls silently to the floor. The Snow Witch's image sneers contemptuously and says, "I have no use for servants any longer, and I know that two of you are still wearing my obedience colors. Will enjoy die as a forerunner to the agony I have in store for your impudent warrior friend." You refuse to watch Red Swift and Stub die helplessly, and you rack your brain to think of a way to overcome the spirit of the Snow Witch. Alright. Try to smash the globe with your sword. Try to run through the cavern to the opposite tunnel, or fire an iron ball, which I don't have in. Fuck. Just before your sword hits the globe, a bolt of white lightning shoots out, trapping your blade. A searing pain rushes up your arm, and the image of the Snow Witch laughs at your unsuccessful attempt to defeat her. You are unable to release your grip on the handle and drop to your knees as the intensity of the charge increases. You black out, and you do not wake again. Your adventure ends there. That is the end. Can't do it. My voice is done. But this was kind of fun. I kind of enjoyed this. Yeah, I might give it another try sometime. If I can roll a perfect character. Max stamina, max skill, max. But for now, thanks for coming on this journey with me. For listening to me prattle on and do some famous voice acting. Maybe not very good at, but I don't know. Maybe in a few years, if I keep it up, I'll have a career. Who knows? Anyway, that was Ian Livingstone's Caverns of the Snow Witch. Pretty fun. Fighting fantasy. One of those books. Actually, the real books are pretty fun as well. And they're pretty big, pretty thick. Lots of pages, which, this game was way longer than I expected. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you had fun. I sure had fun for a while. Anyway, that's it for me. See you around for the next role plays. What will it be? Something else from my vast Steam library, full of crap.